I really like blueberry muffins, I'm being real honest.
Okay, so another training vlog. Today we're going to the gym again, Humstra, to do our SBD day, because it's Sunday. I am planning on doing some pretty light squats, actually, shockingly. Just an easy set of 5 with some easier sets of 5 backdowns. I want to hit then 165 for 7 on bench, which should be a little bit more difficult, or a little bit nervous, because I want that to go well, so I have confidence that in a bunch of weeks I can hit 170 for 7, which is something I know I can do, but I want to do it with like good execution, like decent pauses, good control, not just like throwing it around. So I'm hoping today goes well on bench. And also I haven't benched normal all week, so I'm really curious. I've been benching with chains, and so of my 5 days, 4 of them have been with chains this week. And so today's my first day, essentially a week of benching without resistance, without added accommodating resistance. So I'm curious how it'll feel. I'm hoping it'll feel reasonably strong still. We'll see. But there's a bit of a mystery factor there. And then I'm going to do a 4x7 with 250 kilos on deadlifts, which should be very simple and very straightforward. I'm feeling pretty good. Yeah. Romy has big squats today. I think she'll start at 160 for 4, hopefully, if she's feeling reasonable well. There's no point in pushing it today if she's just not feeling on, but the goal is to lock in, focus up, hopefully hit 160 for 4. That moves well enough, she can go up 2.5 kilos. That moves well enough, she can go up another 2.5 kilos to 165. And then do 2 sets of 165. But we'll see how it goes, take it by ear. There's no sense pushing her too hard today if her body just doesn't have it. Then on bench, I'm hoping she can work up to a top double. If that's 105, that's perfectly fine. She benched yesterday, which isn't a normal part of her weekly routine. If it's only a 105 double, it's perfectly fine. Even 102.5, just getting a little bit above 100 kilos and exposure there is perfectly good. Then some back off double, and then some back off work in the 90s, 90 kilo range. Then on deadlift, I just want her to do a few doubles with 180 kilos, which is less than she did last week, but I think because of different things, my world's prep, going to Germany, being a bit sick, being under the weather, being a bit out of the normal routine, her deadlift hasn't been feeling as strong and powerful, and so there's no sense in driving it hard today. Just take what's there. If it feels reasonably strong, she can go up, but I don't want to put the pressure there in the sort of prognosed number. Just aiming for 180, do a set there, see how it is. If it's kind of hard, just do a bunch more sets at 180. Yeah, that's it. Wrap. Cut it. Next. Oh wait, I should say next thing you'll see is us in the gym.
mid-squat bench snack.
I really like blueberry muffins. I'm being real honest.
Okay, quick little video in between benching, or right before my bench top set. I've got 165, I'm gonna hit this for 7 in a little bit. Wanted to quickly wrap up my squats. Squats felt phenomenal today. Really good positions, really strong, really happy. If I can keep this up, I'm gonna squat huge and build up progressively on the weeks incredibly well. I'm pretty amped. I'm hoping to keep feeling like this and to keep finding these positions and keep squatting like that. Boom, squat's done. Some of the squat reps even felt where if I'm really powerful out of the hole, like where almost feels like the bar lifts itself to lockout, where I've got to catch up to the bar. There were a few reps during my 250 for 5 that it felt like that, and a lot of times during my backdowns with 212.5, which is very lightweight, but just that feeling of those positions and that feeling of almost like the bar lifting itself. That's how I lift my best. This is my technique and level of execution with my technique where I lift big numbers. So I'm feeling pretty good. Bench definitely feels really weird just having a bar, no chains. We'll see how it feels on this top set. I feel very strong. It feels, because I benched this whole week on worse bench, I feel like I'm getting into better positions, feeling stronger, but we'll see how the carryover. So different positions, different motor, like way of moving. We'll see how it will impact my top set, but I'm feeling pretty confident. I think I'll like definitely get the 7 is how I'm feeling. I'm curious how it'll go. Next clip will be that then. Okay, peace.
Als je wat nieuws wilt, dan druk je op je show en zie je weer beeld. Zie je alle nieuwe filmpjes.
Okay, bench is done. Felt pretty fatigued towards the latter sets. I think because I've been doing so much chain work that the just press off the chest, the initial phase of the lift, and the total sort of the weight being equivalent caused a level of fatigue that my body wasn't used to. That being said, the 165 moved better than my 160 last week, and then I did 3 sets of 160 for 7. So there's not too much more than that I can expect from my body. Right, I did what my top set was last week for 3 triples after a heavier one. So there's no real complaints from me. Though I would have, of course, appreciated it if they went even easier. Seeing as I think in 4 weeks I'm hoping to hit 170 for 7, to a similar level of execution as my 165 from today. But we'll see how things go. I'm just really trying to build the mid-range, upper mid-range on bench, and I'm successfully doing that, it feels like. Also feeling more comfortable than the past bunch of weeks, which is great. Time to deadlift. Goal is just a simple 4x7 with 250. We'll see how things go. I'm probably gonna eat something quick again, drink some water. Just feeling out of it a little. I think it's later in the day. We did a bunch of stuff. I went shopping in between sessions, in between squat and bench, and just my head's not exactly in there. And it's a time when I've already eaten dinner normally. So yeah, gotta get things going, get home, chill out. Yeah, okay. You'll see 120. I'll probably go 120, 170, 220, 250, and then boom. Done with deadlifts. Yeah, peace. Easy. Done. Okay, so deadlifts are a wrap. Felt very easy and light, which felt awesome. Very good positions. I think because now I'm squatting in stiff sleeves again, my hips and my lower body just feel a lot better. And now I'm getting into much better deadlift positions as a result. I'm very much looking forward to the next bunch of weeks of training on deads. If everything keeps feeling like it did today, I feel like I really can execute on the numbers that I'm hoping to do come like 18 weeks from now. Yeah, I'm gonna go up to 260 on these deads next week for 4x7. And then I think on the squat, I think I'm gonna go 270 for 5 next week. The bench, of course, is gonna go back down to whatever it needs to be to end on 175 for 5 at the end of 4 weeks. So it's a week 1 on bench again. But yeah, fantastic training today, despite a few circumstances that weren't suboptimal even, which is awesome. Yeah, peace.